You guys, I'm so excited to share this with you. This is how you can keep lemons fresh for an entire year. Just look at this jar I preserved these last August, and now it's September, which makes it a full year. And yet, the lemons are still juicy, plump, and bright, like they're brand new. I even cut one open, and it was full of fresh lemon juice. And the best part? I'll also show you a few other storage methods. You can pick whichever one works best for you because all 5 of them really do work. Let's get started. After bringing your lemons home, the very first thing you should do is prepare a basin of clean water. Then gently place the lemons inside. Use your hands to lightly rub the outer skin to remove any dirt. This step is essential because the peel is often coated with a thin layer of natural wax that needs to be cleaned off before storing. Once you've given them a quick rinse, take the lemons out and move on to a deeper cleaning. Prepare a bowl of warm water, about 86 degrees Fahrenheit, 30 degrees Celsius. Add 1 tablespoon of baking soda and stir until it's completely dissolved. Place the lemons in the solution and let them soak for about 7 to 10 minutes. This method thoroughly cleans the peel and helps remove any impurities or pesticide residue. After soaking, pour out the mixture and rinse the lemons again with plain water. By the way, where are you watching this video from? Leave me a comment below. I truly enjoy knowing that we can connect from all around the world. When the lemons are completely clean, lift them out into a basket and set them in a well-ventilated spot so the surface can air dry fully. Now, prepare a clean glass jar with a tight-fitting lid, sized appropriately for the number of lemons you want to store. Gently arrange the lemons inside, either standing upright or lying sideways depending on the jar's shape to save space. Be careful not to pack them too tightly or bump them against one another, since scratches or bruises on the skin can affect both quality and shelf life. Next, take a large bowl, pour in about 1 quart, 1 liter, of clean water. Then add 2 tablespoons of salt and stir until it dissolves completely. Pour this brine into the jar until all the lemons are fully submerged. Finally, seal the jar tightly and keep it in a cool, airy place away from direct sunlight. With this method, your lemons will stay fresh, juicy, and flavorful for 2 to 3 months. Give it a try. You'll be pleasantly surprised by how well it works. Tip number 2 helps keep lemons fresh without using water. First, make sure your lemons are thoroughly washed and completely dried to prevent mold during storage. Next, prepare a piece of plastic wrap large enough to cover 1 lemon. Place the lemon in the center of the wrap, then gently roll it up, pressing the wrap tightly against the peel to minimize any air from getting inside. Repeat this step with the rest of the lemons. Once all the lemons are wrapped, neatly arrange them in a food-grade plastic container. Close the lid and place the container in the refrigerator's crisper drawer, the ideal spot with stable humidity and temperature to keep lemons fresh. This method keeps lemons juicy and fresh for about 2-3 weeks. The plastic wrap also prevents the peel from drying out, shriveling, or turning bitter from prolonged air exposure. In addition, you can also try tip number 3 to keep lemons fresh for much longer. First, prepare a clean cutting board and place a lemon on it. Use a knife to make an X-shaped cut on the top of the lemon, but be careful not to cut all the way through. The bottom should still stay intact. Repeat this step with the rest of your lemons. After scoring, sprinkle about 1 tablespoon of salt into the slits of each lemon. Next, place the lemons into a clean, dry glass jar. As you add each lemon, press down lightly so that some of the salt falls to the bottom of the jar. This helps the salt distribute more evenly, which supports a faster and more consistent fermentation process. Continue layering until the jar is nearly full. At this point, you can add a few whole black peppercorns or slices of fresh ginger to enhance the flavor, making the preserved lemons more fragrant and rich. Finally, pour in filtered water until the lemons are fully submerged, then seal the jar tightly. Leave the jar at room temperature for 3-4 weeks to ferment, shaking or turning it occasionally to redistribute the salt. After fermentation, store the jar in the refrigerator. The preserved lemons can last up to 1 year. Once fully fermented, the lemon peel becomes soft, aromatic, and loses its harsh sourness. These salted lemons are not only delicious, but also beneficial for health, digestion, and especially helpful for older adults, those with weak immunity, or anyone prone to coughs and sore throats. Give this method a try, you'll find it amazingly tasty. First, prepare a clean cutting board and a sharp knife. Place a lemon on the board, then cut it in half crosswise. Once cut, squeeze out the juice from each half. Repeat this process with all the lemons you want to preserve. Next, take an ice cube tray and gently pour the lemon juice into each compartment. This is a super convenient way to store lemon juice, especially for those who often make hot tea, honey lemon drinks, or detox beverages. Then place the tray in the freezer. Whenever you need it, simply take out one frozen lemon juice cube, put it into a cup, add some warm water and a spoonful of honey. Stir well, and you'll instantly have a warm honey lemon drink, delicious and great for your health. By following this method, you'll save a lot of time. Next, let's take a look at tip number 5. This time, prepare a Ziploc bag. Place the lemons inside one by one, arranging them neatly so they don't pile up on top of each other. If you have a lot of lemons, divide them into several smaller bags instead of putting them all into one. This makes it easier to take out what you need and ensures the lemons freeze evenly. Next, use a straw to suck out the excess air inside the bag. Once the air is removed, simply seal the bag tightly. After that, place the bag in the freezer. With this method, lemons can be preserved for up to 6 months. Have you ever tried any of these 5 methods? Which one do you think works best for you? Leave me a comment and let me know. That's it for today's video. I hope these little tips help you store your lemons more effectively and save time in the kitchen every day. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit the like button, share it with your friends, and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss out on more simple tips and tricks I'll be sharing soon. Thank you so much for sticking with me all the way to the end. I'll see you in the next videos, wishing you a happy, easygoing day filled with positive energy. Goodbye and see you again soon.